As the deadline to file your income tax returns is fast approaching, we at ET Now will solve all your ITR related queries, and in a brand new segment ITR Pathshala, we are simplifying income tax return filing for you. In this episode of ITR Pathshala, my colleague Snehi Shah explains the scenario in which senior citizens are exempted from filing their returns and the deductions and the exemptions they can avail. Let's listen into that.
Now, the due date to submit your tax filing for the assessment year 2023-2024 is fast approaching, and taxpayers have until 31st of July to do the same. Now, as all taxpayers need to file their taxes, are senior citizens exempt from this tax filing? Well, senior citizens aren't entirely exempt from tax filing, but there are certain provisions such as the section 194P of the Income Tax Act of 1961. This section was introduced in the budget of 2021, and senior citizens are exempt from filing taxes under some provisions of this act, provided they meet the necessary criteria. Now, what are these criteria? Let's take a look. The first one is senior citizens need to be above 75 years of age, and their income must only be as a result of interest income or pension income. Now, this interest income also needs to be on a bank account in which they are receiving their pension income, so it has to be with the same bank, and the bank is responsible for deducting the TDS, and the bank is a specified bank as notified by the central government, and they will be responsible for deducting the TDS of senior citizens after considering all the deductions under Chapter 6A and Rebate 87A. Once the specified tax, as mentioned, is deducted for senior citizens, they will not have to furnish income tax returns under this criteria. Followed by that, if a senior citizen receives monthly installments for his house, his or her house, that they have to put under the reverse mortgage scheme, he or she is not required to pay any capital gains on such transfer of house. And lastly, senior citizens of 60 years of age can invest in the Senior Citizen Savings Scheme and save tax by claiming up to 1,50,000 rupees under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act. So if senior citizens are meeting all these criteria, then they do not have to file their income tax return.
Well, thank you so much, Snehi, for getting us all those details in this edition of ITR Pathshala.